Hey guys, it's Paul here, and I've just got my hands on the new Laney Ironheart Studio Rack. This is the first of two videos that I'm going to make for you that show you how to reamp with this in the studio. First video is just going to be dealing with using the USB features on the Ironheart, and the second video will be how to incorporate it into a setup using a modeler such as the Pod HD Pro, AxeFX, or anything else like that. So yeah, let's get to it. First, let's set up the Ironheart's hardware connections. For this video, I've connected the DI output to a second workstation and disabled cabinet emulation so I can monitor through impulses. But in practice, you would connect this to a mixer or PA with emulation switched on. Alternatively, you could use the speaker output to monitor through a real cabinet while recording over USB and XLR with emulation disabled to give you more options. Lastly, I connect the USB cable to allow transfer of audio between my computer and the Ironheart. System audio from my laptop can then go to headphones, speakers, or a PA system. The next thing you need to do is set up your sequencer to address the USB interface on the Ironheart. If you're a PC user, you'll need to download and install ASIO for All, which you can find a link to in the video description. Once you've done that, just make sure that it's selected as your ASIO driver. And that both your playback device and the Ironheart are enabled in the ASIO control panel. Next, you need to configure the inputs and outputs in your sequencer. In Cubase, press F4 to open the connections window. You will need to create two mono input buses, one for unprocessed guitar and another for the full amp tone. Choose the left input for dry and the right input for full tone. Next, create a mono output bus. This will send dry guitar back into the Ironheart for reamping. Now you can create some tracks in your sequencer ready to record. Create two mono channels, one for each of the buses that you just configured. Lastly, send your dry guitar to an empty bus or no bus at all. When you come to reamp, you only want to send one track at a time back to the Ironheart, so it's best to sort the routing out as and when you need to. Now everything is set up, you're ready to record. What you just heard was the sound of the Ironheart running straight into an impulse response of a 4x12 cab that I used to monitor with. Now let's hear what was recorded over USB. As you can hear, the Ironheart was recorded with cabinet emulation switched off, leaving you free to apply a different cabinet sound later. You can also add send effects such as reverb and delay. Now, if you want to change the tone completely and dial in a new sound, all you have to do is unplug your guitar and patch the lead into the reamp send output. Now the Ironheart will send anything that it receives over USB back into the guitar input as if you were tracking from scratch, leaving your hands free to dial in the perfect tone. What's more, you can now apply any effects that you have in your sequencer to the dry guitar to shape the tone as you would with stomp boxes.